I heard something. I thought it was my pen scratching. It's these cheap nibs the boss keeps buying. His nibs. His nibs. You'll be feeling the cold out here. Just a moment. Get some coal. We're allowed to burn coal, you see, down here. Yes, if we bring our own. And not more than 4 pounds in weight a day. And I've given it rather a belting today, and I rather think... I don't think they'll... No, it's not worth bothering about, really. But you won't be staying down here long. Nobody ever does. No. And I can keep myself warm on my candle. Well, my fingers. The most important thing for a clerk is fingers. Yeah, where would a clerk be without his fingers? The job's changed, you see. It used to be such an honourable profession, you see, a scribe. In the old days, a king couldn't read a book unless a monk had painstakingly written out every single word. These days, all figures and everything done by the day before yesterday. Never mind. And I do wish I'd stopped licking my pen. Sometimes I drink so much ink, I go home blotto. Blotto. Me, blotto. Drink? Oh, no, good heavens, no. I don't partake. My boss does, yes, he's at the coffee house now, lacing himself with the hot punch. Yes, keep the coal out, you see. Doesn't know about the business, you see. It's all going downhill. It's all in the red. You can't tell, you see, because it's so cold out here, even the red ink's turned blue. Still, I'll be finished soon. Yes, I'll be home then, because the hours aren't too bad. 6 in the morning till, well, I'm nearly always finished by 8 at night. Yes, and it's only 6 days. I get nearly every Sunday off. Yes. And I get £16, you know. Oh, every year. Yes. Mind you can manage on that, providing you cut out the luxuries, you know, simple things like food, clothes, and keep a sense of humour. That's the important thing. What'll I have for supper tonight? Buttered puns. Shredded wit. I'll be finished in an inkling. An inkling. It's having a good laugh. Tends to buck you up. What? I shall pop off home now, old chap. Oh, thank you very much, young fella. You're very kind. Yeah. Poor fella. Imagine working down here. It's so cold. And the materials they used were often very primitive indeed. The old chap was using a steel nib pen, but they were still using quills in his day, which they would have to sharpen with a penknife. That's why they call it a penknife. They often shaved the feathers off because they got in the way and got a bit tatty, but sometimes they would decorate them, dye them, or put beads around them like that. And even after steel pens had come in, lots of people still use quills. In 1834, one supplier supplied 6 million quill pens in a year in London. Here are some of the early steel pens. Look at these. Nibs that would fit in to the pen that people use regularly. And look at this one. A retractable nib. Solid silver. In this century, fountain pens came in, and they needed a bulb to hold the ink, which had to be squeezed. There were lots of methods. Some you did with your hand, but the most popular was the lever. You dip the pen in the ink, pull the lever, which squeezed the bulb, and when you close the lever again, the bulb reinflated, sucking up the ink, and would last for about a week. It was very important in offices to be neat and precise and make as few mistakes as possible, because stationery cost a fortune. If a letter had to be copied, it had to be copied precisely from one page to another. James Watt, of steam engine fame, around about 1780, produced a damp letter copier. What you had was the original in this book with a damp flimsy. And when you press them both together, the ink would be lifted off the original. And that's left for a while. And when you opened it and took the 2 pieces of paper out, you would find that you had your original and your copy. But the copy was backwards. But you read it from the other side.